Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik, and this is a game War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. And this is still the ongoing play by email match against Jochen. Jochen is the allied player, for me the Empire of Japan. Scenario 1, 1 day turns. And today we check, I think the 27th of February, 42, and I just pick up again one free base in Mindanao, undefended. So flipping the ownership only by attack value nearby. We will see last turn the Americans was able to create, or Jochen was able to create a airfield sneak attack on my grounded air force and kill 10 of my navy bombers on the ground, but mostly only kill the airframes on some wounded pilots. And at the same time he show up with at least 2 carriers near to Port Blair. And my carriers are only roughly 1 day away. See, we could have a second carrier battle in the Indian Ocean, maybe this turn or next turn. Oh, and we find here some task force. My cruisers are able to detect the enemy destroyer under AP somewhere northeast of Auckland. So maybe this is what my task force that reported me last time, but was not able to see it. Only there was some intel information, something like this. So destroyer Fox, a little far away still. And 1 AP here. Okay, this is a heavy shell hit already on the Fox, so there will be, I think, no doubt that this must be normally a clean victory for me. Again, no torpedo. I'm still waiting for really a successful torpedo attack. We're coming closer at least. Okay. So many torpedoes and still no hit. And even the Fox is already damaged. So normally damaged ships have less maneuver value or points left, and so more easy to hit by a torpedo. I hope I get experience out of this, and that my destroyers can next time hit better. I'm not overly happy with accurate. Okay, I think shipside damage is always more critical. If it's a deck penetration, it's like a horizontal hit from a bomb, so it will not create, I think, really flooding damage. But if a penetration from the side, I hope or I expect that this will also create more flotation damage, and flotation damage will always slow a ship fast down and make it more easy to hit again. So Fox is dead, and then if the Fox is dead, then there's nothing really left. The AP have no guns, can really hurt me. Good. Let's see how fast we can finish this. So there was at the end one torpedo hit and a burning AP. That is not so impressive. But we sink here and we can destroy here some units. So whatever was here, we had vehicles, some guns, but mostly non-combat. So it's maybe a support unit. 2 less guns for flak. Maybe a base force something. I don't know. Oh, maybe I can see it. No. These are only ships. So Mark 14 Seawolf. So there's still some ships between Rabaul and Truk. Makes sense. They are still always traffic. And we are here in deep water, so it doesn't matter. And again, attack on my cargo ships. And we are still in February, so all of my equipment is only shallow water, so don't expect anything. I wing up my carriers and hopefully in strike range, but if Jochen run away, then of course there's no way. I will not make a second rush to Colombo, because I know now that there are 3 or 4 enemy carriers in Indian Ocean. And the loss of cargo is still too heavy. I cannot really force the battle more. I must wait for the right moment. So there's a lot of task forces somehow, somewhere out of Auckland, north of Auckland. I don't know. Now I can see them. Last turn I saw nothing. Only via indirect information. So they are now plopping up. I hope my carriers can find something. Oh, my carrier. I have only one dive bomber squadron there, so hard if they can really do something. If it's cargo ships, yeah. If there's enemy warships, I'm not so sure. So I'm scouting or sweeping Tarakan, but now one is left. So my Zero is also flying in. Nothing. We had a navy battle. I think long time we had no real navy battle more. I mean, it was still slaughter, no real engagement. Before Jochen slaughter my ships at Port Blair, now I slaughter his AP. So this is a preparation attack for Xi'an. I throw everything on Xi'an what I can find. Simply make the maximum damage, slow down whatever is possible to slow down, and then attack Xi'an. More is coming. And a little more. So these are my one carrier dive bomber squadron I have. We are taking here something with very heavy flak. So okay, enemy heavy cruisers. Yeah. And I miss everything. And at least 2 or 3 of my dive bombers get already killed, so I don't know how many ships are in this convoy. Yeah. So we at least 4 heavy cruisers. So if there are 4 heavy cruisers, and this is my thing, we just miss each other. Very, I would say, nearly lucky for me, because I would not maybe able to fight with so many heavy cruisers if we find each other. Okay, but I was also unlucky airstrike, so my carrier division escaped the heavy cruisers, but my airstrike was meaningless, and I lost pilots and airframes, so maybe in the afternoon. Many submarines between Balikpapan and Tarakan. So I have here 75 Oscars, so heavy escort. Last turn I saw that many of Jochen's fighters are moved to China, so I simply try this. I say heavy escort and only limited numbers of bombers, so make sure that the bombers I send out have heavy escort. Now we will see if my Oscars can defeat the enemy caps out of Hurricanes and Flying Tigers. I'm not so sure, but we can try. At least I have now the possibility. Before with 150 fighters I don't want to try anything. Now with maybe acceptable numbers. Okay, one Flying Tiger is dead. This is nice. Ooh, coming from behind. That is nice. And Hurricanes to kill is often the best. Ooh, 2 of it. And more from behind. Only damage. Somehow the Hurricanes have a bad day. I don't know exactly why, but I always come from behind. So maybe the pilots are shitty? Because normally my Oscars are in escort, duty, not an open sweep. But the Hurricanes are really dying. Very strange. The Oscars are still diving and coming from behind. Ah yeah, now it's Flying Tigers coming. So dive bonus is always a big advantage. And I have the problem that all my damaged airplanes have, I think, a very high chance to not come back to the base. Or if come back is the ops losses. So I can maybe save the pilot but not the airframe. So maybe the kill ratio is at the end 1 to 1. I can kill all the Hurricanes, but the Flying Tigers killing my Oscars now. The Hurricanes are still dying. No Hurricanes more left. I think there's really not more much left from the American and the Flying Tigers now. I suffer also losses, that for sure. But for the Japanese army, it is much easier to replace pilots. Navy pilots are so limited. I have really only 150 new recruits per month I can train. I think the army have 200. And the army air force is normally not so heavily engaged. All of this carrier, Bettys, Nels, these are all Navy pilots. And there's more air activity over the sea than over the land. So I must really maybe try to, if there's a land battle like here in Burma or in China, I must use army pilots and not Navy pilots. And the Navy pilots must focus for oversea engagement. So 3 left. Two. Oh, one more from behind. Maybe one more kill. Yeah, nice. Okay. I hope this battle will have an impact and we can kill here a little. Hit but no explosion. So second time already. At least one bullet. Yeah, so officially we kill here 3 to 8, but and the Navy attack was a complete failure. I have here some with torpedoes and some with bombs, but normally all well trained, and no attack was on the enemy bomb on my bomber. So I would normally say I can attack you with in best possibility. Light rain is not the impact. So maybe the fighter war was better than the rest. Unluckily, there are some more bombers coming with no escort. So this will be now slaughter. So what I just won before is maybe now lost. So out of 29, I'm losing maybe 5, 6, 7 bombers because there's no escort. This is of course always nonsense, because why I had just 75 fighters but now nothing. At least these nail bombers have more success in hitting something. Yeah, 60 kilogram bomb is at least damage. So again, here I lost maybe 7 bombers, and they can create 1 bomb hit with a 60 kilogram bomb hit. On the ship is already burning, okay, and a torpedo hit. So maybe 2 cargo ships are killed today. Not really what I was hoping for. some Dutch bombers are coming, attacking me on Ternate. And they're coming very low in strafing attack. And hitting me with 300 kilogram bombs. So one bomber, only one bomb, I think. Well, let's see how many bombs. So I have here some undefended cargo ships. Yeah, only one bomb hit, so 300. So one bomber, one bomb. I think originally they can carry 3 bombs, but this is a low level attack and strafing attack, so only now one bomb build is maybe not enough to really sink a cargo ship, but heavy fire will have impact, and more are coming. I was not expecting that Jochen have still here active bombers. The second attack failed. This was only a light cargo ship, so not so really important. Afternoon attack. Out of 17 dive bombers, only 11 ready for operation. We going again against them. Okay, one bomb hit on a heavy cruiser with armor penetration. It's always important that you penetrate the armor or it's meaningless. So only one bomb hit. This is of course far too little for so many dive bombers. At least I no flag killed directly. So because I swept the base heavily, I sent in transport planes to bring in the last paratroopers. So this is official. I think the game still cannot separate 2 different attack values. So, but I have here I think some units on shock and some on normal attack. And the 3 army headquarters plus 4 Chinese corps was not able to escape fast enough. And this is maybe a good size for me to simply kill. It's far not enough to really stop me. So I can damage all of these 4 corps. Take the base and force them to retreat. So 7-1. I can take the fort immediately because there's nothing left. For me, there's still some disabled units, but of course disabled is much easier to recover. And Jochen lost here some kind of units, but I was hoping for more, but I killed many engineers and he lost many of his guns, so less capacity for him to stop my tanks, let's say this. A victory. That's it. taking some empty bases in the Philippines. Again, trying to get rid of this last Indian units. Still no success, but more and more disabled. Every turn now, less capable to defend. Here's also one unit getting destroyed, and for me it's only disabled. Tarakan, shock attack, simply because I must shock attack. Some disabled, but no real impact. So was this a good turn? Land war was successful, but not over important. The air battle was a mix. My Oscars did well, then the second Betty without escort was of course stupid. This is game. Sometimes this really makes no sense. My dive bombers failed completely, or more or less, against the enemy heavy cruisers. So a mix. But my heavy cruisers find this enemy AP, so really up and down, up and down. So let's see. Air loss is 17 to 19, so equally. I killed 9 enemy Hurricanes, but I lost in total also 7 Oscars. But I can also get rid of 5 Flying Tigers, so 14 to 7, kill ratio 2 to 1. That is nice. But the problem is, I also lost 7 nils. This was, of course, again, if the game wants it, then the game say it is like it. And 4 of my dive bombers get killed by flak and not creating far too little damage on the enemy cruisers. Maybe for every killed dive bomber, 1 bomb hit, then I would be fine. Yeah, it is like it is. Ship sunk. I think there was... we killed the Fox. And this is a Dutch ship, but I hear no sinking sound. I don't remember more. But maybe. So this is a good 7-point destroyer, similar to a Japanese destroyer. The Americans normally build smaller, lighter, but many more destroyers. The Japanese only build high quality destroyers, but far too little. And this is similar to a Japanese destroyer, I would say. The Fox is a typical Clemson class 1200, you can see. Only 4-inch. The Dutch had 4.7 and the Japanese itself using 5-inch guns. But this is a nice AP, super long range again and fast. The capacity is maybe not great, but long range and fast. So nice to kill them. Goodie. So in China, the big change was this attack on Xi'an with what I was hoping for, that I can catch something. Now I will push my units immediately to take also the next hex, because this is also clear terrain. And after this I must realize where I can go. If I keep it or if I push more. Out of my many units, I think only one unit... No, they're all at 100% nearly. So maybe the 110th division gets a little damage. This is a unit I think took most of the damage. You can see 50 disabled. I think in total I had 100 disabled, so 50% of all damage is on this one. Okay. But the base is mine and no damage at all. So a little lucky. I can take everything without a repair. Not bad. And in Mongolia, only last time I forgot to show it, so the Chinese units are now here in the mountains. And I don't go to the mountains. I will simply move now slowly direction Lanzhou, I think. In the center is no change, moving around. Philippines, also no big change. I took both of the bases. I arrived already in this hex, so I need 2 turns to walk to Ilio. So hopefully I can get rid of these American forces. Then I can maybe go to Cebu. This is not Cebu, but back a lot. And then after this, maybe Cebu. And at the same time, here's also some units left. So this is a sideshow, cleaning it up. At the same time, I must. Jochen don't attack me, unluckily. So maybe I must attack him. I will see and think about this. My reinforcements for Tarakan are also on the way. Heavily with battleships and a lot of this support stuff. I choose to take only one Navy Guard units because this is a fresh unit without any damage. I could maybe take also this one. I forgot. I had no. This one is a little damage. I won't keep it. And this is more damage. So maybe I had the choice to take two Navy Guards units. So maybe this is not attack. I will try to take Tarakan with one Navy Guard unit. Yeah, if it's not working, I must bring the second. The big surprise for me was that Jochen attacked me here in Ternate. I have here now one ship completely burned. This is not able to save more. And two more are burning. The rest is okay. But I must bring as soon as possible here some air cover. And my air cover is just here. So, normally my idea was to move in here in Terrante, dispense the units and avoid detection. Then bring my carriers in 1 or 2 turns and then escort everything back to Surabaya. But Jochen had too much navy search planes here still active and decide to attack because he maybe find out what is here. After all this moving forward and backward with my carriers and no attack on me, lucky for Jochen. Last really big hotspot is here, Auckland. My carriers really completely missed this. This is a heavily maybe escorted cargo convoy. This is this heavy cruiser, light cruiser formation, and it would be normally too strong and could kill my carrier division. My heavy cruisers had this attack with this AP and the Fox, and somehow my Oshio got collision damage. This can happen. So in the end of the battle I had a collision, I think, with the Nachi, because the Nachi and the destroyer make a collision. So this destroyer is now out of action. I must bring it back to port. So I lost one destroyer in this engagement. Not sunk, but damaged and out of operation. Then I have here a lot of task forces now popping up, and I don't know where to go. I'm blocking the Auckland road with my submarines, but I must also protect my carriers, because I have here the Congo is the only really heavy unit. A lot of destroyers to support. But the fear is now, normally maybe I bring my carriers to hunt down these cargo ships and use my heavy cruisers to engage the enemy heavy cruisers. Once I can engage the enemy heavy cruisers and slow them down by damage, maybe my Congo can clean up with them. I will see. I also can split up the Congo and try to Congo to attack the enemy heavy cruisers. Also option. And I must use all my submarines to block here the northern way. Maybe these units will all try to escape to Numaya. If we do this, then I have maybe some submarines, and maybe if I can hit 1 or 2 ships with my torpedoes, everything what will be damaged here on the way to Numaya normally I can kill. But we will find out. Good. And maybe one last information is the Shukaku is now here north of Suva. I was planning maybe to walk here around and trying to block Pago, because I also detect again here one ship. There's always ships plopping up by my submarines detects them for one turn and then they disappear. But I was now thinking maybe because Jochen maybe will try to wash to north, so I maybe will go with the Shukaku in southwest direction and have me more air power to intercept. But we will find out next turn. Thank you all. Take care. Bye bye.